Wes Huff causes Dr. Ammon to manifest a demon just by listening to his podcast. This is going to blow your mind. Watch.
There's a lot of people online that really want this guy to debate you. So let's listen to what his response is to your translation of the word Christ. Yeah, perfect. Here we go.
Eternal throne as the second person of the Trinity stepping into humanity. But if you were to say to someone after this, if someone said like, hey, you met Wes Huff, how was he? And you went, he's a little bit condescending. You wouldn't be talking about my humility.
No.
Right? Because that word has a different meaning in its different context. And part of the problem with something like what Ammon says is that he's taking terminology that exists within the parameters of a specific field, and then he's applying them in areas where there's an entirely different contextual.
His name is Ammon. Ammon is I believe it is an Egyptian deity. That's why they get like Ammon Ra. So yeah, there you go. He's demonic. Even his name is.
Meaning and spectrum of understanding.
It's a big turd.
Part
Pinch
of
it
what he
off.
said that some people jumped on was that he says that the word Christ comes from the Greek word chrio, which it does, right? To anoint. And in ancient Greek medical texts, there is a usage of that, which...
You know, I was born and raised Pentecostal, so I've seen demons, demonic people possessed. They start at the church, and they start with some uneasiness while the minister is preaching the word, and they begin to kind of get uneasy and move and kind of like, do this and do that, and they just breathe a little heavy and or begin to kind of, chatter here and kind of chatter here and to cause a little commotion, a little laughter. This is what's going on right here.
He has capitalized on with applying drugs to your eyes. Now, more broadly, chrio does mean to rub, particularly a liquid ointment or substance on your body.
You can't take it.
So this relates to everything from bathing to ritual practices in religious circumstances. But you could likewise say if you were an ancient Roman and you had a bath and you came out and you put on skin cream, right? So your skin didn't dry out. That was an example of chrio. You were applying it to your body. Well, within the religious connotation of Christianity, it is the translation of the Greek word Mashiach, Messiah, which likewise means anointed one, right? There were multiple anointed ones in the Old Testament. It was just a word that was referred to priests or kings and had a very specific connotation in the Mashiach, who would come and be different. And the Greek translation of that, which both the Greek translation of the Old Testament and in the New Testament both use, is Christ. Why? Because it means anointed one. So Ammon takes that and he says, well, in this very specific instance, in this...
Yeah. Wes Huff is talking about this guy right here, Ammon. Wes Huff is telling truth right here, and he's about ready to pop. The demon can't take this.
Dream of classical medical literature, it means to apply a drug to your eyes, specifically related to not the bot fly. What does he say? The
bot fly.
He relates it to a...
Guys, I've seen this at church. I know what I'm talking about. This is what happens. Just like this, they cannot take the truth.
Fly.
And I don't remember the detail, but...
Well, and it does mean that,
you moron.
in the particular instance that it's being used. But this is where semantic range is very important.
Semantic range.
Oh, God.
And this is the problem that some others have.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah,
He's almost there.
The demon's coming out. Or it's not coming out. He just can't take his manifestation right here.
This clip, by the way.
It's about the climax.
There's context. I think I have it.
All right, fast forward through the part where he plays the clip.
Guys, I've seen this, sorry to interrupt, at church where they keep getting uneasy, start talking, and start moving around. And what happens next, they can't control themselves. They'll get up and yell obscenity or do something stupid. in front of all the congregation, right? And I've seen many of this stuff happening before. This is a step by step. This is what it is.
We don't need to play that again. Okay,
His
there.
knowledge says there. But you're saying that like he's stretching some of his knowledge on the pharmacological history of language and bringing that into, say, Jesus's lexicon and how he says things.
Yeah.
It's
So
next.
so
Watch, it's next.
there's two sort of terms that are used specifically within biblical studies, but this applies to anything within the ancient world where we're trying to come up with translations in deriving meaning. The first is there's a discipline called hermeneutics, and hermeneutics is this interpretation. It's the methodology of interpretation that we use on a particular text. Before hermeneutics is exegesis, and exegesis is a Greek word that literally means to bring out. Right, the opposite would be
Bring 'em out.
eisegesis, to
Bring
read
that demon
into.
out.
So when
fingering
you're exegeting
me.
something and you're looking at an ancient language, you're
Just what I
trying to
said.
get at the author's intention by different levels of contextual application.
He's pulling the demon out of you.
Contextualization,
Stop, you're trying to stop.
Amazing. He cannot take, the demon cannot take truth. Wow. Danny Jones just told him he's taking the demon out of you. And this is what's happening right here. This is a manifestation of a demonic entity that cannot take truth. If this guy was at church, the church elders, the deacons, ministers will take this individual, pray for him, pull him out, and take him to another room and do some major exorcism. I know. I've been there. I've done it.
I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it.
You look
Please,
like you're
thank you.
going through an exorcism right now.
Steve,
Is
stop.
Wes Huff pulling the devil out of you right now?
God.
He's
Wes Huff is pulling the devil out of him, and Wes doesn't even know it. That's the power. That's power of God right there, guys. Wow.
Oh, God, stop. It's so
Haven't you
bad.
ever heard of hermeneutics?
It's
realms of how we do
stop. You're
interpret.
trying
Wow. Wow.
to get to the intention of the author. No, you're not. You're reading
now
an
he
ancient language.
One time, I saw a demonic man get up and start saying obscenities, lies, and confront the congregation, confront the pastor, and then started be nice, trying to explain themselves, to be calm. But in reality, they're enraged inside. This is what's happening right now. He started going through his all these antics, right? And then when Danny exposed, hey, are you getting exorcised? Is there a demon coming out of you? Is a demon trying to get out, trying to talk? Now he's trying to control it. Now he's trying to calm himself down, to not to be exposed.
Ammon, you're pulling out a specific context in Galen's medical text and trying to apply it to everything across the board, which is intellectually dishonest.
Here's the problem. I'm not pulling it out of Galen. Does Galen have it? Yes. Euripides has it. He gets a sex drug that is a Christ. One of the characters.
What's so sad about this, Dr. Ammon Hilman, he was an ex-Baptist minister or churchgoer.
Ass, is it a Christ? This is not from the medical. This is from everything. Everything, Wes Huff, you fake. Yeah, this is why he wouldn't face me. I can tell you right now, and I can tell your audience. Your audience must know. This man does not really read Greek. What is he, finishing his PhD?
He's finishing his PhD.
Yeah, he's finishing his PhD in biblical studies. You know what that means? It means he's had a couple of semesters of Greek. Yeah, he was able to say the name Xenophon. That was nice. Dude, does he read ancient Greek? No. That's why what comes out of his mouth is theological bull. This is not a craftsman. This is not a skill.
If he was at church or a pastoral home, someone's house where there's Christian believers, anointed preachers, anointed people of God, this will stop. God, we would confront this demonic entity and help Ammon. Okay, this guy, he needs a lot of help. A lot of help. He needs prayer. Well, there you have it, guys. Dr. Ammon with his demonic antics. Wes Huff was telling the truth, and the manifestation of the demon just bursted out with his gestures, body language. You saw it for your own eyes. We'll see you at the next video.